Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I'm a hot messy mama. Today I am going to be just getting ready to go to a party and I'm going to be playing with some of my favorite new products that I am absolutely obsessed with. So if you want to see how I come up with this look with all of these hot new viral products, please keep watching. Okay, I did my skincare about an hour ago, so I'm gonna go in with a primer. I've been loving the new RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum. It has SPF 30 in it. It is basically a tinted sunscreen with skincare benefits, and I really like the way it leaves my complexion glowy. I wear this to the pool all the time with nothing else on my base, you know, just a little bit of mascara and blush or something, but it has decent skin tint coverage. So it's not gonna cover everything, but it evens out the skin tone. If you've got way less sun damage than I do, you could easily wear this as your only complexion product. But going to go in with a little bit of the ARMANI Luminous Silk Primer. I normally, if you've been watching my channel ever, you will have seen that I love the VIEVE Skin Nova. I have the jumbo size because I use it as my primer for everything, but I saw this one in Sephora when I was checking out the other day and it looked very similar. It's not quite as radiant, but I have been liking the hydration, especially because what I end up using as more my base complexion product is a little more matte. Also gonna go in real quick with my Beauty Bio eyeliner treatment, which if you're over 40, this is absolutely a must-have. It brightens your under eyes, it's cooling, it's got the great little metal tip and you just push down and the product comes out. And it has changed my concealer and under eye game immensely. I forget sometimes to put on concealer if I'm in a hurry because my under eyes are way better than they used to be. They're less wrinkly, less dark circles, and that product I've been using consistently. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason. And I mean, yeah, you can see my under eyes are not bad for a tired single mom with a full-time job and an almost 4-year-old. I cannot believe my son, he starts preschool. He's been in like educational childcare, daycare, if you will, since he was 2. He'll be 4 in October, but he's moving up to the preschool class. And I'm just like, oh my God, it feels like you were born last week. How are you already in preschool? Okay, there is that hydrated, slightly glowy base from the primer and the EyeLighter Concentrate. So now, for my glowy product, I like the JOAH stick when I use this. The new FENTY, what is this called? It's the same as the bottle, Eaze Drop, but it's not a drop at all. It's a stick. Skin tint, light to medium coverage. It's got decent coverage. It's more mattifying, but it's very blurring. You'll see, check it out. So when I use this, because it's not a liquid, it's a stick, I like to use this as my glow. So I'll go in with the JOAH. This is the Crystal Glow Tinted Luminizer stick. And I put that where I would put my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter or the e.l.f. Halo Glow. That is my middle of the face glow product. So I go in with that right there. And then the FENTY stick. Okay, the packaging is a little drugstore. It's very plastic, but it's kind of a sheer plastic. You can see the tube. You don't get a whole hell of a lot of product, but I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but that's it. That's as far up as it goes. that's everything. So you're not getting a shit ton of product, but we'll see how long it lasts. I've used it probably 4 or 5 times so far, and I like it a lot. You can build it up a little bit for more coverage, but what I quite like is the blurring. It's very blurring, and it seems to last well all day. So I will take those two, and then this is an Alamar Cosmetics bronzer brush. So it's got these little nubbies at the top, but it's really great for blending out this stick foundation. Not all stick foundations are the same. This one, and I guess technically it's a skin tint, but blends out so easily and so quickly. You can see right there on my neck how quick this is shade 9, by the way, in the stick. And it just, look how blurred, let me zoom you in. Look how blurred that is, right? It's beautiful. It's mattifying. This is not a glowy product, but if you've got dry skin and you use a hydrated base, it's beautiful. Okay, and I am gonna add another quick layer right where I have the most sun damage. Oops. Right here, where the crystal glow was first. Yeah, cover up a little bit more of that, and right above my lip where I have that melasma mustache. And this time I'm just gonna more push it in than blend it out. But seriously, look at that base. It's blurred, evened out so fast. I mean, swipe, 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 done. I love, love, love it. I'm gonna leave you fairly close. Okay, the next product I've been loving, the new Mario concealer. He finally came out with a concealer. This is the SurrealSkin Awakening concealer. It's of course got some skincare properties. I got a little bit too light, I think. This is shade 180. Hi, Punky. Do you want to say hi?
No.
No? Okay. I'm almost done. Well, sort of. I'm just gonna use the same brush. Are you gonna sit on my lap up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daddy,
What, baby?
I gotta sit on your lap.
Not the whole time.
Yes.
I'm mostly dabbing to keep the coverage right here, but I don't get any creasing with this throughout the day. As with most concealers, because I am 42 and I do have some crinkly skin under here, I do ever so gently go in with my finger and let the warmth of my skin really melt the product in. But you can see it's got decent coverage. It is not full coverage, but it definitely is more than enough. Next, the VIEVE Cream Bronzer.
I wanna see.
Here, hold on to the lid for me so I don't lose it.
Okay.
Thank you. And I love to use this with the Rephr number 24.
24.
Yep, the Rephr number 24 cheek brush. I use this with cream bronzer and cream blush. There it is, the 24. It's just a very dense. You could use this for foundation. You can see it already has a little bit of yesterday's bronzer. Oh, fudge! I forgot I had my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette swatches on my hand, and I just went to rub this off on the back of my hand, and I rubbed it on the shimmer swatches. So that's a bummer. So we're not gonna use that brush today. Instead, the Sephora 55. You go on the bed behind me and look in the bed.
Oh,
from the bed.
Behind you.
Yeah, the bed behind me. This is the travel one you get as like a rouge perk, but it's the 55 and a half, but it's a similar, not quite as dense but you can sit behind me. You don't need to sit on top of me. There you are. See, I see you. Everybody can see you.
I can see your dad.
Yeah, that's the viewfinder. That's the, or is that what that's called? So I'm actually, you know what? I'm glad I went in with this brush because it is fluffier. So it's not quite as dense as the 24. This is the medium shade in the VIEVE cream bronzer. It's the Modern Radiance cream bronzer. The VIEVE products that she comes out with are just mind-blowing. I use the powder, the Modern Powder Perfector, every single day as my setting powder. But I mean, I need my lid. It's a cream product. If I lose the lid, it'll dry out. So I'm gonna do a little bit more over here. And then I'm gonna pinch just what's left on here to go down the sides of my nose. And then what's left after that along my jawline. I'm now gonna go in with some cream blush. This is the Summer Fridays Lip and Cheek Stick. This is the shade Heat Wave. It's a really pretty red. So I'm gonna take it on that same brush that I used for the cream bronzer. I'm gonna put it right on the brush and then blend this into my cheeks. I am gonna go over with some of the new GXVE duos. I honestly, when I got them, I thought it was like the bronzer they came out with that has a cream and a powder. It's not. It's two powders. It's a matte and a shimmer. Kind of like the one size, only without the cream formula as well. I almost got the new blue toned pink, bright pink, the Barbie pink, if you will, in the Patrick Ta duos, but I didn't because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the GXVE. It's basically the same thing, but yeah, no, it's not. Not at all. And the shimmer, you'll see the shimmer in the pink shade from GXVE is intense. All right, so that's the Summer Fridays. How pretty is that? Do you see it leaves a little bit of a sheen? You can build this up. It's great for all skin tones, but I like to just go in with the light layer and that helps the powders last longer. All right, now I'm gonna set my under eyes and the perimeter of my face with the VIEVE Modern Powder Perfector like I was talking about. I did end up getting the medium shade as well. I actually had ordered refills of the light shade, but they didn't have refills available, so I ordered the whole compact. And they shipped it once, it came broken, they shipped it again, it came broken again. So they just refunded my money and now I reordered it in just the refills because they had restocked the light shade and I got a medium as well. So I just wrote on the back of one of the ones that came broken and put the medium in there. So I'm gonna use the light just for under my eyes and then the medium everywhere else. I'm gonna use the Wayne Goss airbrush powder brush. Look at all the pan. I use this powder every time I do my makeup, and because it's been a couple minutes, I'm actually gonna re-pat. My fingernail fell off while I was looking for my VIEVE cream bronzer lid. That is why I got into it with my kid. It's so frustrating when they just lose things and they're like, I don't know where it went. It's like you literally had it in your hand not 30 seconds ago. Where the F did it go? Oh, it just disappeared. No, that's not reality. Things don't just disappear. Drives me crazy. Anyway, so that's the light shade. Oh, I got a tickle right here by my nose. And then I'm gonna take the medium shade. It's not drastically darker. Here, I'll show you the difference. This is the light up top and this is the medium down below. So I'm gonna take the medium just on the same brush and go here and erase my forehead lines and then go under here and set my smile lines. You can see the difference just alone that made between this side and this side. I don't know, I think you can. All right, now we're set. Real quick, I'm gonna go in with the Chantecaille bronzer. I cannot put it down. It's my favorite powder bronzer. You can't screw it up. This is the shade Sirena. All right, now I'm gonna go in with one of the new GXVE blushes. I also have the new shades in the RMS blushes, Royale, and I don't have all of them. There was another one, I think, but I got Bohemian Girl, which is this very pink one, similar to Mai Tai, and the Royale, which is kind of a more mauve reddish with a beautiful sheen. Both of those are stunning. I do also have the new Nude sticks, glow sticks with, it's the matte cream blush with a highlighter in the middle. They're not as glowy as I wanted them to be. They're pretty. They're very pretty, very long wearing. I love the Nude sticks formula, but I've been reaching for the Summer Fridays more recently. All right, so I got two shades, and this is the Feelin Cheeky Amplifying Blush Duo. I got the shades Ex-Girlfriend and Stars Aligned. The packaging, you can see, is absolutely beautiful. All of the GXVE packaging is. This is the shade Ex-Girlfriend, and again, you've got a shimmer and a matte right there. Okay, here we go. So there you have it, the shimmer and the matte. That shimmer is very intense when blended out on the cheek. Again, that's the shade Ex-Girlfriend. And then the other one I have is Stars Aligned, which is a very neutral, peachy, kind of rusty, peachy shade. And, oh, don't mind my missing fingernail. Very beautiful, and since I kind of wiped off most of those, put those right there. There you go. The shimmer in this one is not nearly as intense as the shimmer in the pink Ex-Girlfriend. So Ex-Girlfriend, Stars Aligned. I'm going to use today, I'm gonna use Stars Aligned because I'm doing the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette on my eyes, and I want to keep everything fairly neutral. So I'm just gonna go in with a pretty fluffy brush, and honestly, I just mix the two. I do that with Ex-Girlfriend too because I don't like how intense the shimmer is, but when you mix them, they're really, really beautiful. That's so pretty. Again, just mixing the two, tapping off. This is one of those Morphe Pro brushes they came out with Lipstick Nick right before they went bankrupt. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty. What a beautiful shade and formula. I've liked almost everything that GXVE has put out so far. I haven't tried all the products, but of the ones I've tried the brow product, the blush, the bronzer, the highlighter. That might be it. Oh, and some of the lips. I've tried some of the lipsticks too, and I've liked almost all of them. Her glossy but stay put liquid lip was one of the first ones to come out when that kind of craze started with the House Labs one. But oh, that's pretty. Okay, I don't have any new brow products right now, so I will tell you what I'm gonna go in with is just what I've been doing repeatedly recently. Precisely My Brow. This will, of course, be on sale during one of the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta, and the NYX Thick It Stick It. I do also love the glue, the brown, dark brown glue from NYX, but I've been loving this combination. So I'm gonna go off camera, do my brows, and I will be right back. Brows are done. Again, Precisely My Brow and the NYX Thick It Stick It. I did a quick spritz of the Glass Skin Spray from Peach and Lily, and now I'm gonna go on top of that with a quick spritz of All Nighter. Okay, for my eyes, I got it. The new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. It's not terribly dissimilar from the Glam palette, or it's definitely more cool tone than the VIEVE palette, but I'd say it's closest to the Glam palette, but it's not exact. I'll grab you. I need a nude on top, Glam on the bottom. What also throws it off is the white and black backgrounds. It makes the shades pop out differently, but you can see they're not exactly the same by any means, but they're not terribly different either. I think if you have one, you don't necessarily need the other, but you know, they're not exactly the same. So I'm gonna go in with, I'm just, you know, as usual, doing a pretty basic look. I was gonna go in with the BK 201, just a big fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna go in with Mesh right here. I'm gonna go in with that first, just all over my crease. All I put on my lids was just a little bit of the foundation. I probably should have gone in with an eyeshadow base, especially because I do tend to have more oily eyelids, but you know, you can't do everything every time. This has good, I mean, it's Natasha Denona. I was gonna say it was good pigmentation. Of course it does. It's freaking Natasha Denona. But for a lighter shade, it does seem to build up nicely. It's giving just a little bit of depth and definition in this crease transition area. I have a lot of space between where my brow bone goes in here at my crease and my actual brow. So got a lot of real estate. All right, I'm going to go in now with the slightly more pointy version from BK. This one's from the Angie Hot and Flashy. It's the A503. It's still big, fluffy, more rounded and more tapered. So I'm gonna take that in the deeper one up here called Stone. It's the corner one here, Stone and Wit right here. Just going to mix those two and tap off, and I'm gonna concentrate that just in the crease, not bringing it up into the transition like I did with the last one. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice combo. Just right in the crease there. If you are new to my channel, I am not a pro makeup artist, but I do love makeup. I do love all things beauty. I'm over 40. So like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. All right, I'm gonna go in with Vogue now, this deeper kind of mauvey pink shade in that same area and also on the outer edge of the lid down here, just with the same brush. And you can see the difference here. Just added a little more oomph into the corner here. All right, and I'm gonna take that same shade on a smaller but still pretty fluffy brush, that same shade called Vogue, and that's what I'm gonna put under my lower lash line here on the outer part, bringing it about halfway. And then on that same smaller brush, again, that same shade Vogue, I'm gonna even more concentrate that right here in my crease and right here on the outer corner. Just a little. Then I'm gonna go back in with the pointy blending brush and kind of blend that out a little. Just in the crease, not on the corner. I am gonna go under my eye with that one and blend that out a little more. Okay, that's about it. I'm gonna take the original flatter brush and go bring everything kind of up into the transition a little more. Again, because I have so much real estate up here to work with. All right, now I'm just gonna take my finger and use, which one? There's so many fun lid shades. Delish. It's a little bit deeper, but it's very pretty. I don't think you can even see that, but hopefully you can. But it's pretty. It's not the most intense, but it is really beautiful. Yes, I'm almost done. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm gonna take the same of the smaller pointy brush and just go through my crease so there's not a harsh line where those two meet. Really work it in the front there. So that sheen. Put a little more on this one. And a little more over here. There we go. Okay. Oh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. Okay. Love. Everyday palette. This is stunning. I'm gonna go in with the darkest brown in the LA Girl Ultimate. And I'm using that in my tight line. I am gonna bring that just on the outer corner of my waterline. About a third of the way. I'm gonna take the same smaller brush and just blend right where my lashes come out so that it kind of pulls the liner down. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the outer corner up here. Just bringing a little bit of smokiness to the upper corner lash line. Okay, for mascara, I'm gonna keep you zoomed in. I'm gonna use the Huda One Coat Wow. Before I do that, I'm gonna go in with Rare Beauty Enlighten on my tip of my nose and the inner corner of my eyes and right under my brow. Small brush. This is the white shade. It's my favorite. Nose highlight and inner corner. I could have probably used that shade. You know what? Let's try the shade from the Natasha Denona palette. Now that I think about it, it's I believe it's called Mia. It's the lightest one. Yeah, down here in the bottom corner. This shade here, it's pretty much the only one appropriate for inner corner highlight in my opinion. So I'm gonna wipe the Rare Beauty off of that brush and go in with Mia, and let's see how this works on the inner corner. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Oh, I'm so glad I made that decision. It's got the slightest pink hue, but that's really, really pretty. Oh, I'm glad I made that decision. That's really lovely. I love when an eyeshadow palette has an inner corner highlight. I mean, if not, I always have something on standby, but yeah, that's really beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad. And I'm just pulling it up a little bit into the inner third, not even the third, like inner quarter of my eyelid, just to really brighten that inner corner there. And then down on the bottom a little. Oh, that is so pretty. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but, and then I just kind of dab out my nose a tiny bit. Run my finger down. Ooh. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm really glad I did that. That's Mia, right? And I'm gonna take just a little bit of that as well. Right here, under the highest point of my brow, on both sides. Ooh, so freaking pretty. And original brush to blend where those meet, so it's not quite as harsh. Okay. Oh, that is really pretty. That's really pretty. I like it a lot. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, now onto the mascara. Like is the Huda One Coat Wow. It is not one swipe wow. It is one coat, one dip. So you can get everything you need with just one dip. It's got a very interesting wand. It's got a couple different sides. It's kind of hourglass shaped from one direction, and then, I said one direction, and then concaved on the other. It is spiky bristles, so if you don't like that, beware. But it really does what it says. And I like the length and the volume I get with it. Look at that. One coat. Can I get any closer? No. That's really pretty. It's a really pretty mascara. I quite like it. And I'm a little bit on the bottom lash here.
Mommy, this is the wing cut. Let's see who
Look at that. I'm gonna go in one dip for the other side. I probably didn't have to, but because this wand can have a lot of product on it, I like to start on the outer corners where I want the bulk of the mascara, and then I start to bring it inward. I like to kind of place the lashes where I want them, which you can really do with this wand. It is a wetter formula, but not, I mean, as long as you're careful, it's not too messy. I would almost say this is not a beginner-friendly mascara, just because it can get out of control quickly if you don't know, if you're not careful and don't practice with it. But yeah, I've been loving it. I'm almost done. I have one tiny speck of eyeshadow, a mascara right there. I'm gonna go in with that same eyeshadow brush and just make sure there's nothing. For lip liner, I was gonna use VIEVE Brat, but honestly it's in my purse, so I'm gonna use Pat McGrath Structure. And I'm gonna kind of fill it in a little bit. Again, that's the shade Structure from Pat McGrath. I like to blur it just a little. Okay, and then for the top layer, I'm gonna use, I don't have a ton of new lip products. I'm gonna go in with the VIEVE Satin Slip Lipstick. This is the shade Silk Sheets. It's the second to lightest option. And this is not one of those Makeup by Mario Melty Balms, the Tarte Maracuja. This is not that formula. This is a lipstick, just a satin finish. It is a traditional full opacity lipstick. Super comfortable. Right on top of that, a little bit of the In Beauty Project Lip Glaze. This is the mystery shade, the pink one, just for a little bit of shine. Little more shine, I should say. Awesome. All right, let's zoom out. All right, so let's do one more spritz of All Nighter. We can take my hair down. Okay, this is the finished look, playing with some of my favorite new products. The blush from Give, the Duo, again, this is Stars Aligned, is beautiful. The VIEVE Lip, the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette is absolutely beautiful. I love it. The Shine Huda mascara. I mean, all of it. I'm loving this all. If this is the kind of content you like, please like, subscribe, share, all the things. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.